Hey guys, what's up? It's me, People25 here, and today I am bringing you a minor news headline regarding the Illinois area. As you know, I'm one of the few YouTubers that focuses nearly on every Illinois or Northern Illinois, especially amusement industry news. And when this broke out, I knew I had to do something about this. I saw this being posted a day ago on social media. I saw on Great America's Facebook page. I've seen on other internet forums as well as a couple other just posts by users of those, that Magic Waters in Cherry Grove or Cherryville, Illinois, just a little further east of Rockford, like next town over, has been sold or is now being licensed to operate via lease to Six Flags Corporation, Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. Yes, Rockford Park District, as early as May of this year, has requested that they want to sell Magic Waters to the highest bidder because, well, they were planning on reallocating a lot of their money and resources to neighborhood parks, youth programs. They deemed this public water park through the park district to be a little too expensive to operate, and they decided to sell it off to Six Flags. So I'll talk about the details of this agreement, what you should expect, my personal view on this, as well as going over what Magic Waters has to offer in this tab up here. It's a 10-year lease, so this should be a long-term agreement. I personally expect that this water park will likely permanently be in Six Flags' hands if it's profitable. Financially struggling, yeah, I said they were seeking to sell or lease this park. It's been a financial drain. Yeah, there is a graph for slightly declining attendance. Lots of community stuff. They got some pictures. They got this thing right here. Rest in peace, this beautiful machine in the corner. I'll talk about that in my personal view. They got some historical photos. Here's the attendance. So they have 2014. The attendance was, I can click on it at one point. Here it is. They have 170,000 people. Spikes in 186,000, 172,000. So back down, it plateaus. And now these past 2 years, it's been in a low for the past 5 years. So the park has been struggling. I know that they also don't put in new rides very often. They do have some land to work with, but like I said, they don't put in a lot of stuff. It's been, I think, because their most recent edition was a 1-for-1, and even then it was not a very good edition in my opinion. 425,000 annually for 10 years. It's a drop in the bucket for Six Flags. The potential revenue for this could definitely be good, and I will say that Six Flags Gold level season passes and all level of memberships will be valid at Magic Waters. So this is good news because I can actually go to another water park west for cheaper, and I can even swing back down to DeKalb if I still want to. I don't know, because I might be going to NIU at one point, maybe. I mean, of course, they will all be Six Flags employees, part of the company, lots of charitable things and yada yada yada. We're going to obviously capitalize for more marketable attractions with water slides, pools, facilities, and paving a bigger parking lot. Whatever becomes thing. So, yeah, Six Flags has now decided to purchase Magic Waters. This is part of their shopping spree because earlier this year, they announced the acquisition of 5 larger properties in Magic Waters, being Frontier City and Darien Lake, 2 of their former properties, and they also bought the Frontier City Water Park, as well as Wet n Wild Houston and Wet n Wild Phoenix. So they've increased their stake in the amusement park and especially water park market. And now this is yet another acquisition along with the first acquisition of their big spending splurge, Wet n Wild Concord, which now this is the most recent acquisition. Six Flags, Magic Waters. It could be renamed to Hurricane Harbor. I feel like they should keep it Magic Waters because it might cause confusion with its Gurnee cousin. They got quite a few things at this park. My personal opinion on what they'll do, I'm fully expecting Six Flags to 1, start charging for parking. I do not recall that Magic Waters charge for parking. And 2, they're going to ramp up admission and food costs. They'll probably do this because, with Frontier City, Darien Lake, they ramped up parking and admission costs, and I fully expect them to do the same with Magic Waters. So if you're not a season pass holder, it'll be more than likely not. It'll be more expensive to get in for the general public. And I don't know if that will end up benefiting or hurting the park in the end. It seems to haven't deterred Frontier City, and who knows, maybe come 2020 we might see some investment into the park. Like we might get a new water slide or a new facility. They're going to start renovating the place. I can see some work going on this winter if the deal finalizes. I don't think it's finalized, but it's very close to being so if it hasn't already. Um, Magic Waters, in my opinion, is a fine water park. I remember spending time. This was probably the closest major water park. I think you have this, and then you have Raging Waves down in Yorkville, which is about an hour and a half south of my place. Then you have Hurricane Harbor, which I was able to get into for free, but with Great America being right there, I often did not want to invest my time into the water park. And other than, let's say, community pools, which don't have a lot, this was kind of the closest major water park to my house that I was often able to spend time to. So, Magic Waters does hold a bit of value in my heart, especially from when I was about the age of, like, say, 9 to 12 years old. I used to want to come down here at least once a year. But I, too, fell off in the attendance marker. I was one of the people that decided to stop going there. The water coaster that I mentioned earlier, Splashwater Falls, or like I think it was Splash Master or whatever it was. I think it was like the Splash Master, Splash Blaster. It was a water coaster right here. This thing was awesome. Gave some wicked airtime. It was a great ride. Had a great start, great ending. It was extremely fun. But because of improper maintenance as well as injury from guests, liability insurance forced the ride to close back in about 2012, 2013. And what replaced it was one of those capsule drop looping slides, similar like Scorpion's Tail at Noah's Ark. So, this is kind of an interesting pickle. I definitely think this is an interesting acquisition. I mean, it's a pretty cheap acquisition for Six Flags as well. Under $500,000 a year to operate this place for 10 years, not bad. It's a cheap option, and if they can justify expanding this place, put in a new water slide or two along the area, like maybe put in one of those Pro Slide tornadoes, since they only have like a mini funnel. I think there's a lot of good options they can go at this place, and I'm quite looking forward to the deal. And being able to get into the park for free would also be quite fun, because I have renewed and processed my season pass next year. Still doing my dining pass at a later date, but I've processed my gold level season pass for next year. Might do membership in the next year or two after that, but don't worry about that now. Then moving on, I have a little bit of Magic Waters, what goes on here. This is a very rough sketch of this is their official park map, but this is what they do. They have, looks like, some tube slides over here. They also have this mini funnel slide. I've been on it. It's awful. It's a mini funnel. They didn't invest in the big thing. They have some more slide. They have a slide complex over here. They have drop slides over here, the free fall slides, a wave pool, a kiddie play area, lazy river. Here's their new addition, which was I think like Screaming Lizard or whatever it was. It was their capsule goes into a loop slide. And then they have their tube repository. They have a wave pool, which is probably one of their more popular additions. The place has quite a bit going for it, but honestly, it feels empty at some points. There are some bits where it's just they don't have enough, and they should probably work on expanding something. Maybe as in this rendering, there's not a lot of room to expand, but I'm sure Six Flags, with the magic geniuses they are when it comes to capital, most of the time at least, can find a way to reasonably expand this water park to do something good with it. Yeah, because I do think there are some obvious holes in the lineup, and getting rid of Splash Blaster, or Splash Master, or whatever it was definitely a death knell for the park, for me at least. It was my favorite ride there, and everything else was just kind of mediocre. So I opted to just not go after they removed it because of liability reasons. So that's unfortunate. But hey, what are you going to do? It past. Maybe Six Flags can bring it back. I doubt so. Moving on. So, I think I'm just going to wrap up my thoughts there. I'm running out of things to say. I mean, really, there's not a whole lot to say about the park. This is going to be an interesting acquisition, and I really am curious to see how this will play out. I'm just, this is going to be, yeah, like I said, an interesting acquisition. Six Flags is definitely splurging, while Cedar Fair, as of late, has come out and said that they are more comfortable. They're comfortable keeping the current 11 properties, and they want to expand seasonal or limited edition events. Concerts, seasonal holidays. They want to expand further into that realm rather than expanding to more parks. So, and putting a lot of, I mean, I think that Cedar Fair is going to be pretty content, but Six Flags is just gobbling up the competition for water parks and amusement parks and gobbling up more retail markets such as Buffalo and Oklahoma City. And I'm very excited to see what Six Flags will do, how Magic Waters will develop for them. It's going to be quite fun. I do expect this place is going to become really expensive and the public will start complaining, but when do they not? Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's a bit of a short one today because I just had to throw something out there. I'm gonna be leaving. I gotta have food. I'm gonna be leaving the house for the night, or well, until late tonight, in about 2 hours. So you'll probably see it up before then. But yeah, let's just get this out of the way. No, I'm excited to put this up. If you guys enjoyed the video, like I said, feel free to like, comment, or subscription. It does help me out for whatever it's worth, and I don't make anything off of this. Help me. And I hope you guys had a great insert unit of time here. It's been a pretty rainy October for us in Illinois so far, and hopefully it comes to an end pretty soon.